Should pro players' salaries be public information?
I think the player salary should not be public because some of the players I would say would get a lot of hate from the people, and that's why I think that should be not public. I mean, why someone wants to know how much someone earns? Like, I think that's a little bit personal stuff. So I would say not.
I think the players' salaries should be public because everyone need to know about the information about the salary. In my opinion, because otherwise we are not able to talk anything on our streams or when we are seeing the people. It was always hard, but now people know how much we're earning and how much salaries we get. So if we lose, if we win, doesn't matter. They know how much we're getting paid, and I think it's more transparent. And I like this idea. It's like a football players, basically.
I do think salaries should be public opinion because that's in the best interest of the players, and I think that helps the smaller players, smaller teams to get a good track about what's happening and they're playing, being paid worth. So I think that's that's a good point. Yeah.
I believe that players' salaries should be, I'm not sure, maybe public for each other, but not for everyone, because of different reasons. Maybe like if people know your salary, they could, rob you, for example. I think for safety reasons and stuff, it shouldn't be public.
I mean, there will be more pressure on for the fans to abuse against the players, but I mean, the only good part will be for like the companies trying to buy out the players because they knew the contract, but I think they already know when trying to reach another player. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. It's gonna be more just for the public.
I personally think that player salary should be public information because it's like there's almost like this mystery around what other players value themselves at. So for example, I know most players' salaries and that affects how I negotiate my salary, but at the start of my career I didn't know and I just signed for like fucking pennies, you know? Like when I first signed with Big, like I got absolutely boozled. And if I knew what other players were getting paid, like I never would have accepted that. So I think it's good for like the younger players to know what the players above them are getting paid, so they roughly have an idea what to ask for, instead of just signing what they get given and getting fucked on their first deal.
I think personally that pro player salaries should be public information. I think what Cloud9 is doing right now is really good for the scene, and I think it's internally people are always comparing, how much am I making compared to this other guy who plays for this other team. But if everything was public, it would be easier to do so. It would be easier for a player to go into a contract negotiation with a new team. And it would also mean that the fans know which teams are sort of overpaid and which are underpaid, which would shift the expectations, I guess. So I think all in all, it's better for the players, for the viewers, and the community as a whole. I love the transparency for sure.